Back to the Super Rink here in Blaine, where we have the St. Thomas.
Johnny, this says that it's still not up.
Oh my gosh, this is what I got right away. What was that?
Oh, here we go, everyone. Okay, sorry about that. Little technical difficulties. How we doing? Back at it. Just got done doing the Gophers Minnesota State Mankato game. We're bringing back to you the University of Jamestown Jimmies against the University of St. Thomas Tommies.
Yeah.
Fantastic names for both teams. Very creative. I love it. Jimmy, how we doing?
Doing great.
How was your break? You go get a hot dog or something?
Not a hot dog, no.
Nope. Just
they closed everything down.
I know it. You
just when I wanted to come out and spend a few bucks.
You just got an earful. That's okay.
Yeah, I got bashed, and which is all good. But I'm back to hockey here.
Hey, that's right. We're bringing back the action here.
Bringing back the action.
Scott Ludwig, thank you so much for supporting the stream. Love bringing you some WCCHA hockey.
Super excited with this one, Johnny.
We're going to be doing it all weekend. Jimmy, were you at the Jamestown game this year?
No, I wasn't.
I wasn't either, so
No.
I haven't seen a single thing.
I heard a lot of good things about them.
Yeah.
Obviously we've streamed a couple of St. Thomas games, with the Gophs and, with us winning one and them winning a couple. But, man, I look forward to a really fast-paced game here.
This will be fun. This will be a fun one for sure.
Yeah, so.
St. Thomas, you know what they're getting. You know what you're getting, right? Fast-paced team, structured, going to move the puck well.
Yep.
Jamestown, I'm seeing not a whole lot of players on the ice.
No.
It's kind of weird. I don't know if they got, an injury bug or if it's guys going, studying abroad. That can be a problem in club hockey. I'm not sure. But they're going to have their work cut out for them because St. Thomas is going to have, 4 good lines coming at you all night.
Yeah, don't be surprised if those up north boys playing hockey, though, boys. I'll tell you what, man. My son just got done playing this past weekend, and we were in UMD, and we played. Give me a second. Oh my gosh, I can't think of the name. I think it was Park Rapids, and there was 12 kids on the team.
Yeah.
And they were lights out.
Oh, I believe it.
And the kids were so in shape.
Because that's all they do is just play hockey up there.
Yep.
I remember
one of the defensemen, he just skated the whole game.
We were super young. We freaking brought our butts up to Manitoba. We went and played in Brandon, Manitoba twice.
Yeah.
And we played this Canadian team, the Manitoba Bulldogs. I'll never forget. We were like 11, 12 years old. They had a kid out there, full beard. It was like, oh my gosh.
Right.
Like, this dude's a man. We're like 13 years old. What's up, Duty?
Hey, come over here, Lukey.
Hey, Luke, you wanna hop on the horn or what? No? Yeah, that's all right.
We got Luke Johnson, surprise guest up here.
Andrew Krug in the house.
Andrew Krug, yeah. Hey, gentlemen, nice victory last game.
Yeah, not every team has.
We're going to have
on the bench.
Probably a little national anthem here, and
I know.
Hey, I'm wondering if we could.
Wait, Drew Fisher is here.
That's what I was just going to say. Number 27.
We had intel. Everybody who's watching,
Johnny,
we had intel that number 27 for St. Thomas was not going to be playing.
Fire your intel guy.
But yep. Sometimes you get a bad beat every once in a while. Everyone, we're going to keep quiet for the opening starting lineups.
Today's quarterfinal matchup
for the starting lineups and the national anthem, and then we'll come right back at you.
University of St. Thomas Townies as they take on the visitors on the scoreboard, the number 6, Jamestown University Jimmies. Let's get the starting lineups for both teams, starting with the visiting Jimmies. Starting in goal, number 1, Xavier Baker. Starting on left defense, number 16, Hunter Roslin. His defensive partner, number 14, Zane Fay. Starting on left wing, number 18, Jackson Brasser. Starting on right wing, number 17, Caleb Paquin. And centering that line, number 4, Tanner Freed. And the rest of the Jimmies. Head coach of the Jimmies is Braxton Neves. Now let's meet the starting line for the University of St. Thomas Townies. number 29,
Hey, Johnny, you see me?
Starting on left defense with number 14, Torrendacha. His defensive partner tonight will be number 12, Ben Tarleton. Starting on left wing will be number 3, Dylan Lewis. Starting at right wing, number 18, Jed England. And centering that line, number 23, Luke Morissette. And the rest of the Tallies. Head coach of the Tallies is Will Griffith and Ben Soden. And assisted by Jack Stern. Now, ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask you to please rise. Remove your caps and face the flag for the playing of our national anthem.
That banner, even though he played for Blaine. And
Good luck to both teams. And now let's play hockey.
really? Oh, I went to a camp or something. One time I played for the church. My brother's playing. Played for this team Christian, and they needed a player. It just so happened that Houston had the weekend off, so he went and subbed for them. They went up to Fargo, and Bukestead scored a hat trick in all 6 games, won them the tournament.
Yeah.
And it was just because he got done. He just had the weekend off.
All right, here we go. Luke, I don't know if you need a headset, but let me.
How we
Yeah,
doing,
can you hear me?
everybody? St. Thomas, Jamestown, Jimmy's coming
on?
right at you.
Johnny, is that on?
Talk.
The mic on?
Let me,
Should be.
Tell me if you can hear me.
Yeah, it's on.
Okay.
It's on.
You want to chirp in,
We're-
Luke, anytime? Go
We're
right
not
ahead.
going to be able to hear him, but that's okay. Here with Coach Luke Johnson for the Gophers. Luke, big win there, statement win. I thought the best part was, oh my gosh, that was a laser.
Yep.
I thought the best part was that you guys did it the right way. You know, you guys cycled, wore them down. It wasn't an individual effort by anybody. Was that kind of, your takeaway from that game as well?
Yeah, I actually thought we started a little bit slow, and guys weren't really moving their feet. I think it's tough with this rink just because it's so big. It's an Olympic size, and you get a little bit sleepy sometimes playing out here. But I thought, once we got a couple of goals in, that just settled us down, and we started playing our kind of hockey.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I couldn't agree with you more.
Big save.
You guys looked like a well-oiled machine tonight. Mankato just didn't have an answer. It was nice to see Henry Lawrence, kind of not really on his game that first period.
Yep.
I know some words were exchanged, and boom, first shift goes out there, gets a goal, gets another one again later that period. So that must have been nice to see.
Yeah,
Yep.
I actually talked to Mr. Jimmy Thurman over here and said, hey, we got to get Hank on his game. He's a little bit off. He had a bad edge, and he just wasn't quite the Hank we know.
Yeah.
And Jimmy had a good conversation with him between the first and second and said, hey, we need you dialed in. You're our captain. and he came out and he buried that laser upper left.
What a shot.
A lot of
we
fun
had
to
the
see.
perfect angle here.
Oh, I bet.
Oh, my God.
I mean, he let that one go.
He did.
I'm not used to seeing him shoot that hard.
I know.
But,
normally he just goes high glass.
Right.
You know. So, Luke, you know, we've played both these teams a couple times this year. St. Thomas, 3 times?
Yep.
Jamestown twice. What are we expecting out of this game? You guys got the winner of this game, so.
Yeah.
What do you
we're
think
excited
of both
for
these teams?
Well, obviously, St. Thomas has a high octane. They have 4 good lines. They have probably 7, 8D, and a couple guys sitting at home that could jump in the lineup.
Seriously.
Like any day of the week. So, and they're well coached. Both teams are well coached. I think, you know, Jamestown, especially at their home rink, they're really tough to play against just because they know the rink so well. And
do they do the light show this year?
They did not do the light show. I missed
the
light show. I kind of missed that last year. But no, I think what you'll get out of Jamestown is, you know, again, they're not a real glitz and glamour. They're more just, you know, do the little things well, great goaltending, play good position, block shots, kind of like what you see right now. They're just that's their game.
They got some big boys on their team. Number 12.
Yep.
Number 12 might need a birth check on that kid. My goodness.
Well, he looks like he's about $160. So
yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
But yeah, he's tall. But that's their style. Like they're kind of that, you know, in your face.
Almost like Canadian style.
Exactly.
You know?
It's totally Canadian style. Now the big ice surface, I think, plays into the hands of St. Thomas.
Yep.
But again, these guys also have a really good goaltender on the Jamestown team, as St. Thomas does. But I don't know. It could either be a really tight game or it could be a blowout. And just kind of, I think it really just depends on how well Jamestown's goalie does.
Well, I'm sure whichever team comes out on top, the message is probably the same to the Gophers. You know, do exactly what you did today, play your game, and good things are going to happen.
Yeah,
you know?
It's hard to lose a game when you don't get scored on, right?
True. Yep.
So I don't expect that. Although the last time we played St. Thomas, we did kind of close it down, and Cheesy's just been, our goalie's been playing so well.
So good.
He's just so good. He locks it down so well. He's, you know, it's hard to beat him.
They had a couple opportunities, Mankato did, and you know, he wouldn't get some action for a long time. They'd come down, and it was just breath work for him. You know, it didn't faze him at all. He didn't, you know, freak out or anything.
You know, and then we bring in and give him, you know, breakaways with a minute left in the game, that kind of stuff. So.
True. Kind of got to tighten that up a little bit, but that's okay. 6-0 win is nothing to scoff at, especially in the conference tournament.
That was a big goal at the end, too, just to get another goal differential.
Yep.
Helps with ultimately what we're trying to do from a regional perspective. But
yeah, because Jamestown is getting a couple opportunities off the rush. Yeah, because all these games count towards regional standings. So, you know, still need a good showing. Obviously, the Gophers are sitting in a good spot. Power play for the Jimmies, it looks like.
Yeah, a cross check on the back there.
Yep. Well, hey, Luke, I don't know, you know, I know you're probably taking some notes here, but appreciate your time talking over that win today. Hopefully we'll get you back on the horn again tomorrow or something.
Yeah, appreciate it, man. We'll look forward to tomorrow's game.
Yeah, Luke, stay here on the mic so we can
chirp
here and there.
Hey, Johnny, can you hear Luke? Okay, just want to make sure.
Yeah, you won't be able to. We won't be able to hear him.
We were having a one-sided conversation that whole time. Could you imagine? All right, Jimmy's to the power play here. Early.
Yeah, big cross check behind the net there.
Yep, 4 minutes into the first period. St. Thomas was just moving that second line. The pressure they had there was.
You know, Johnny, it's amazing when you see St. Thomas and when they're down in that zone. They play right and left of that post.
Yep.
They don't have a lot of guys in front. They just play that way.
Big hit there by
huge hit
St.
by
Thomas.
Number 20 here. Gino Gotti.
Hey, we said his name so many times. That kid can fly.
Yeah, Gino Gotti and Luke Morissette.
Goodness, this is a tough power play so far for the Jimmies.
Yeah.
Trying to get something set up here. They got to take advantage of these power plays if they're going to get the opportunities. St. Thomas, though, just a brick wall in their blue line.
You know, Johnny, I know Luke can't hear me, but maybe you could get in something about the power play. But I think right now, we're at like, I want to say for the goals, maybe 3 for 10, like, somewhere maybe a little bit more.
Luke, how? I think you made a change to the power play, the second unit.
Yep.
Is that right?
Well,
gotta be happy.
Yeah, we ended up making a change to the first power play and added Huddy to that first power play unit, just because he's just been playing so good since he's been back from being hurt. He takes control of the game, honestly, and I know Sexton was out sick this week in practice, so we kind of wanted to keep that cohesiveness, and it seemed to work out pretty good. I mean, I don't know if they got a power play goal per se.
No, I was just saying, Johnny, we were like somewhere in that area, like 2 out of 10. I think I want to say maybe last series we've had.
Yeah.
To this game.
Yeah.
Like total penalties.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of penalty opportunities.
Yeah.
But we haven't really got.
I don't know that we're getting great looks on our PP. That I really would like to get us moving a little bit lower maybe, and then get shots on net and go to the net.
Yeah. Looks like they're doing that really well.
Yeah.
Like movement.
Yeah.
But it's getting that pucks to the net we need to work on.
Exactly.
Yeah, I love today. It did seem like Keegs and Bish were able to find that seam pass back and forth.
Yeah.
And they were getting some opportunities from that. That's a tough, quick shot for any player in club hockey.
Yep.
But they were finding that. But yeah, a little too much perimeter work.
Yeah.
For both of the units. St. Thomas with an opportunity here. Oh man, keep your eye on number 3 for St. Thomas, Dylan Lewis. I think.
Lewis, yeah. He seems to be always open.
That kid is a nail gun.
Yeah.
That kid is a nail gun.
Yeah.
And just like that.
There we go.
There you go.
That looks like Patrick Kane in the Stanley Cup.
Stanley Cup.
Yep.
Just from a terrible angle finds its way past the St. Thomas.
They always say
corners too.
Yes, seriously.
Good shots. That's great.
Yeah, it was like Keegs.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Let's see if we can get the power of the replay here. Here we go. Let's see what happens here.
Goodness.
Oh, he went. Did he go high there, or did
No,
he?
I think he went just above the pad.
Above the pad.
Oh, here we go. Right here. Oh, he did go low.
God.
Yeah, that is a Kane goal.
Wow. Speak it into existence.
Good job right there,
Oh,
Johnny.
man. That defenseman just snowed the absolute hell out of his own goalie.
It's amazing, the names on here.
No cone action there. Huh?
Dylan Lewis.
Trying to wake
him up.
Back up.
Yeah,
Hey,
seriously. Yeah, they're stacked up front.
Gotti.
Dylan Lewis with the early goal for
Morissette.
St. Thomas.
Isn't Morissette?
Jimmy's back the other way. Oh, tries to go short side high. Just can't find the corner. Luke Morissette, what?
Isn't Morissette? Did he play hockey for the Coyotes? Morissette? That? Oh, and what a save right there by the, Xavier Baker.
I don't know about Morissette.
This guy right here.
Morissette's what, dad?
Yeah.
Played for the Coyotes?
Didn't he play for the Coyotes?
For who?
For the Coyotes?
Luke Morissette's dad?
The Morissette?
6'4", 210. I don't know if he did play for the Coyotes, but
No, his kid. No, his dad.
yeah. I don't know.
He's the guy that's on Spittin' Chicklets. Who is that guy? He just got in that bar fight.
Yeah, that's
No,
not
it's
Morissette.
Bissonnette.
Bissonnette. All right.
Bissonnette.
All right. My fault. Morissette, Bissonnette.
I don't think he's from the area either.
Yeah, no, Biz
He's
is
too
from
young to have a kid
Canada.
that-
Yeah.
You know, another line I love watching here is this line here. It's Stone King. That's Simon and who is the other guy in here? 17.
That's what these guys do a good job of. They just
North.
Jamestown, just
yeah,
up and
they just
over.
like to throw it out the glass and make you have to
Go
corral
back
it
and get it.
Yeah.
Regroup. Try and get a quick break. Well, they got the forecheck going here just a little bit. If you guys are tuning into the stream, feel free to send a live chat. Let us know what team you're rooting for, who you're cheering on. If you got, family member playing in the game tonight, we'd love to hear from you. Jamestown trying to get something going here. Has a puck in the Tommy's end. It's going to leave the zone, though. Tommy's back the other way. Stone King throws it down into the Jimmy's end. Kind of gets tripped up in the corner there a little bit.
Almost got a skate in the neck right there, too.
Going back up the boards. It looks like Jamestown, you're like, that's their game, but they can't even make like even simple passes.
Yeah,
right
they're
now,
having trouble on this big ice surface. That's the challenge.
Especially St. Thomas has got some speed.
Yeah.
You know. Play is going to be whistled. I think the net came off, would be my guess. Just about 9 minutes here into the first period. St. Thomas up 1-0 after a goal by number 3, Dylan Lewis.
John, you going to call it the next goal here?
Yeah, I don't know. Who do I want? I like this kid's name, 17, Caleb Paquin. Paquin. Oh, geez, we got some pushing and shoving down there at center ice. No penalties are going to be called. Morissette back the other way for the Tommies. Pulls up in the corner. Cycles it back for number 16, Braden Schneider. Schneider hands it off for Morissette. Looking for someone in the middle.
Nice quick shot.
Finds 14 across ice. Good shot on net. Jamestown back the other way. Trying to gain the red. Great step there by 14. St. Thomas just kind of all over him right now. Throws it towards the net. Nice save there by Baker.
Yeah, you know, one thing you notice about Thomas here, they're really patient. They know they got a quick shot. They'll make something happen.
They are. They are. They just swarm, and they get guys to the net. Face off here in the Jimmy's end. Jamestown going to win the draw. Goes back for Paquin. Goes high off the glass. It's shot back by Dylan Lewis.
Paquin.
St. Thomas dumps it back down in the Jimmy's end. Jamestown with a little bit of speed out of their own zone. It's taken over the blue line. Thrown towards the cage. Puck gets steered aside. Defenseman for the Tommies takes the puck out of his own zone. He's going to fire it all the way down. We're going to have an icing. Well, just saw Timmy walk past.
Yeah, so that Griffin defenseman.
240.
Yeah, Griffin.
Yeah.
Is that Griffin?
Goodness. Goodness.
Number 6.
I think he's actually a linebacker for the Tommies football.
Are you talking about
team.
that Griffin that just had the puck?
Yeah.
He hopped like a big old horse.
Yeah. Yep. That's a Clydesdale right there. My
I
goodness.
think that's normally a Parker Wente would be in that spot.
Okay.
I think he's out on the injured reserve, so.
Injured reserve right now.
Yeah.
Well, the Tommies, they're a lot like the Gophers. Next man up, they could have someone.
Oh,
wow, big
speaking of
hit
which,
there.
Just got
Take
smoked.
out the big boy too. You guys are in the same position where icing is going to be called.
No, they're going to give him a penalty for that hit. Maybe not.
No
they're taking him off.
icing.
I think. Wait.
But you guys carry 28, 29 guys. If a guy goes down, obviously you want him back in the lineup, but you got another guy right there to fill a spot that is going to be effective. Yeah,
we do have that luxury this year where it's you're not really stepping down when that next guy comes in, and
exactly.
It's a nice situation to have, and I think it's just kind of a testament to some of the guys that have been like yourself and some of the other guys that have been seniors that have come through, and the guys want to come play for a team like that where guys are great guys and it's good hockey, and we're playing good teams every weekend, and so it just kind of builds. I think that's a challenge that I think like a Mankato had this year. And for the last couple of years, they just need more guys that are willing to kind of be a part of the equation.
Exactly.
And make it a strong equation, and that's right now that's what we're getting is, people are calling us saying, hey, we want to be part of the equation. Yeah. And so it helps to have that type of a setup for us.
Definitely. The culture around the team, I'd put, St. Thomas in a similar category where, just the culture, I don't want to say a winning attitude, right? But everyone's having fun. You have a lot of success. Guys want to come and play. We have those summer skates, and You know, guys are asking us, like, hey, how do I play for the Gophers? You know, and that makes it a lot more fun when you got 25, 30 guys that are willing to jump into the lineup whenever they get called on.
And I would say that just overall, the WCCHA, there's a number of teams that have gotten to the point where they're dialed in, and they have summer skates, and they have guys that are getting recruited a little bit.
Wisconsin.
Yeah, Crookston, Wisconsin. St. Thomas is really dialed up. They've gone to the Nationals the last couple of years. So, I mean, you get a little bit of coaching that helps, and you get guys that are really excited to be part of the equation, and pretty soon you have a program.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, you start telling them, hey, just watch our stream and watch all of our games back, you know?
Yeah, you know, and that's the other thing is it's not, and I think Jimmy, I think you ran into some people asking us about, you know, we don't have the funding that the Gophers have. We don't have any funding, right?
Yeah.
We're still very player funded, you know, sponsorship and self-supported, but we also want to give the people, we have a lot of family members that aren't in town, and so we want to give them an opportunity to watch a really good, you know, live stream with guys that are entertaining like you two, and it's just been, this year's been dialed in from that perspective like no other year. Same thing with, you know, summer skates. Now we're doing summer skates with alumni and with existing players and players that want to be on our team.
Yeah.
So, and it just adds another layer of, you know, respectability, accountability, etc.
Exactly. No, it's been super cool to, like you said, the WCCHA, like Crookston's another team where they've, you know, really built their program. NDSU's building it back to what they had, it sounds like.
Yeah, they got a really good team. It's kind of too bad they ended up bowing out for a year or two.
Yeah. Yep.
They were a big rival of ours when I first was starting to coach here, and they had some great players.
In this game so far, WCCHA Tournament, first round, it's been all St. Thomas. Neck's getting a little tired from looking to the left.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, this Baker is just playing lights out.
This goalie's just getting peppered.
I hear you that's their game plan. Pucks out, get pucks out of your zone, but St. Thomas is they're the team, them and, you know, a handful of other teams, they're going to get it and just right back the other way.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you got to possess it out of your zone every now and again, at least a little bit. Right?
Yeah, they don't tend to want to touch the puck for very long and just kind of hot potato it.
Yeah.
So,
well, let's see if they can get something going here. St. Thomas's forecheck has been what's going on this game.
Yeah.
Jimmy's looking to regroup here.
I'll tell you what, though, Johnny, I kind of like, you know, the way James is playing right now. I mean, they're taking it to him. I mean, the physicality part of it.
Yep.
Kind of taking him out of their game a little bit.
At least keeping him outside a little bit. Puck gets thrown towards the cage. Pretty easy save by Baker.
This guy, I'm telling you, he's playing lights out.
He's a big boy. That's a big goalie. Goodness.
Yeah, what is he here?
He's listed at 6'1", but I don't believe that.
Yeah, I don't think. 6'1", 200 pounds.
You know. Well, after Baker's save, face-off down in the Jamestown end. Face-off goes to the Tommies. Pasqua hands it off. St. Thomas just wheeling around the zone. 27 tries to go cross ice. Can't connect on it.
Where'd Timmy go? You don't like this or what?
I don't know.
Who?
Timmy walked by.
Oh,
okay.
he's probably going back to watch the other game.
Could be.
It was 1-1 after one for Eau Claire against
What was the score on that?
1-1.
Crookston. Eau Claire was 1-1 after one, but it was Crookston was carrying most of the period, and they just have some really high IQ, smaller players that can fly, and then their defense just block a lot of shots, and they do all the little things really well.
Crookston is a tough team to play against. Haven't played them for 3 years. That's a tough team to play against. St. Thomas with an opportunity.
What a play.
Number 21, Wyatt Olson.
What a feed by Fisher, though, too.
Yeah, what a great pass. Makes no mistake, beats Baker glove side.
Fisher comes here behind the net. You have to watch him. He comes behind the net. Nice backhand play up front. Where do you give it to? The big boy? Guess what? Right there. Oh, he passed it before the net. For him going around. So
boom.
What a great pass.
St. Thomas finds themselves up 2-0.
Watch Mary come through here. Oh,
5.5 minutes left in the first period. Goal by Wyatt Olson for the Tommies.
Yeah, Wyatt Olson, a good Maple Grove kid, freshman this year. That actually my daughter played with his sister, Kelsey. Good family, good hockey family, and not a bad pass either.
I was going to say, Drew Fisher. Sorry, excuse me. Just a very intelligent hockey player. Moves his feet, moves the puck super well. Are the Olsons in the building tonight, or are they watching via stream?
You know, I was trying to find them earlier. There's a couple of another goal right there, right? Or did he save it?
I think he saved it. Wow.
yeah.
Goodness.
Crazy save.
I'll tell you what.
That's a good question. I'm not sure. As their daughter's still on the Maple Grove High School team as a senior, but I don't think they play on a Friday night. So I would assume that they might be in the building.
I'm guessing they're in the building somewhere.
Yeah.
St. Thomas normally shows out for their games, especially in the WCCHA.
Yeah.
St. Thomas. Wyatt Olson's family from Maple Grove. Jamestown trying to break the puck out here. Hakeem gets his pocket picked in the neutral zone. Jamestown back the other way. Throws a puck to the middle. Opportunity. Oh, huge save.
What a great job by the goaltender coming up, cutting that angle like that, making him commit.
Number 29, Axel Rosenlund. Great save.
You know, it's easy up here when you can say, hey, deke him a little bit, take him on it outside, but the goalie goes out and confronts him, and guess what? He's got to get rid of
He
it.
came out and challenged that so well.
The gunslinger. You either got it or you don't.
Yeah.
Well, and it's, he hasn't seen a shot in how long? And to do that play, it was that was pretty nice play.
Wow, what a save. Look at the wheels on Lewis. Beats out the icing. Wins the battle in the corner. St. Thomas back to work in the Jimmy's end. Play's going to get broken up, though.
This ice, boy, I'll tell you.
Yeah, this ice is tough. Got some cool news, though. Turns out they're going to do a remodel the week after this tournament next year. Remodeling rinks 1, 2, 3, and 4.
They should.
Yes, they should. Jamestown crosses the red line, trying to get the puck deep, and he does. Kind of whiffed on that one just a little bit. Oh, Jamestown with an opportunity in the middle. Oh. Another great save by Rosenlund.
You know, it's those small things, that you don't think about. Just like that, you think it's an easy play in the back. Lazy defensive play right there. It comes up to just a one-on-one with the goaltender where those small things right there can add up to bad mistakes.
Jamestown's getting some opportunities here, but they're going to need to start capitalizing if they
want to keep up with Baker, they need to put a puck in the net here, too.
True. Yeah. St. Thomas, though, back the other way. Drew Fisher just couldn't quite corral it. Play gets broken up for a moment, but St. Thomas gains possession.
Big slash right on the forearm.
Puck gets thrown towards the cage and goes just wide. Jimmy's looking to clear the zone, and they do. Puck gets played out to center. Drew Fisher regrouping for the Tommies. Puck gets fired into the Jimmy's end. Takes a weird bounce in the corner. St. Thomas with an easy possession there. Stone King from the side. Puck gets deflected to the corner.
It's a cool name.
Stone King.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. Ref took that one. Drew Fisher from the slot. Maybe didn't get all of that one. Jimmy's back the other way. Possible numbers situation. Jimmy's in the corner. Play gets snuffed out by St. Thomas. Stone King coming back through the neutral zone. Robertson plays the puck up for Killen, who tries to center it. Play gets broken up, covered by Rosenlund.
Back in the day, we did a lot of father-daughter, father-son skates over in Maple Grove with the Olsons. And
in the lake there?
Oh, really?
Yeah. We had some good skates back in the day.
Good? Your ice over there good still?
Maple Grove?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're good. They're young. They're really young. They got great goaltending, some really good seniors. And I don't, I haven't seen a game yet. Actually, I'd love to get over there and watch these guys because I think sections are right now. So we'll see where they end up. But I'm assuming Centennial's been number 1 in the state, and they're in their section. So they'll be tough to beat. But, a hot goaltender. You get a Prosser in the back of the net there playing.
Nice. There we go, the Galvin goal.
Prosser.
Like Nate Prosser?
Nate Prosser is
He was just on the news the other night.
Really?
Yep.
The hockey game they had, the charity event.
Andy Prosser's the dad.
Really?
He's an Osseo grad. When I was there, I coached him a little bit, and his daughter's a goalie. He was excited about that too, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Originally. Now, he is now because she's lights out. But
Yeah. Interesting.
I didn't hear that part there, Johnny.
Maple Grove's always got some really good goaltending. They do a great job.
St. Thomas.
Danny
back the other
Strom's
way
over
with
at
opportunity.
St. Thomas right now, and she's a goaltender for St. Thomas. Tommy's on the D1 team.
LJ, who are you talking about?
Danny Strom.
Strom.
And her brother played for Western Michigan. And anyway, good.
Dang, what a family.
Yeah, good family. Great family. Great parents. Had a lot of fun with those guys over the years, just watching their kids grow and get better.
Play is going to be whistled for an icing. Face-off back down to the Jimmy's end. Last 30 seconds here of the first period. St. Thomas still up 2-0 after your goals by Olson and Lewis.
My phone went dead. Got here, buddy? Peace out.
St. Thomas wins the draw. Drew Fisher from the side. Tries to center it for Matt again. There we go, Luke. Now we got some audio. Well, now I have confidence that they can hear what you're saying. I wasn't sure if it was a one-sided conversation for that time. But yeah, seriously, they were just listening to me ask myself questions. Oh, another opportunity, and St. Thomas scores. Olson, early hat trick watch.
Boy, come up behind the net there.
This is a tough line for anybody corral.
Yeah.
But, you throw.
Is this their? I wonder if this is their second or third line. They're really similar to the goal, because we got so much depth up front. You know what I'm saying? Like, having Meyer Kreutzmann on our third or fourth line is just crazy, right? Or right now Beamer is on a third or fourth line. That's a lot of skill to have on your.
I was telling Peterson, I said,
Number 7, Anthony
throwing you
Malloy.
on a line that
Yeah.
almost every team is doing it.
Yes.
But you're on the third and maybe the fourth line.
Yeah. Right.
It's a good problem to have. Now, I would say that this is probably the most potent line.
Yes. Yes.
Whether you call them first or whether you want to call them.
Well, and it's interesting that they changed it up because I remember Madigan, number 7, was playing with number 8, Stone King, and number 13. Goodness, what's number 13's name on St. Thomas? Zach Simon. Remember that little line?
Yeah, yeah.
And they would just buzz.
Yeah.
But it looks like they found a concoction that's working. Wyatt Olson with 2 goals in the first period. Another one from Dylan Lewis, and first period comes to an end. St. Thomas up 3-0 on the Jamestown Jimmies. So, Luke, since we're here, who do you want tomorrow?
No question who I want is who's up 3-0.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
We've had a couple of really good series with St. Thomas this year. We came out of the gates, I think it was probably the first game of the year for them. I think we beat them like 7-2, 1. They came back and beat us, I think it was 5-3. We then played them again 2 times. We lost to them 3-1, and then we beat them 2-0 the last time we played. So we kind of have a grudge match that needs to be figured out tomorrow.
Yep.
The other thing that, and we talked about this earlier, but you look at the the regionals.
Yep.
And where things sit from a regional perspective. Right now, you have Lindenwood in our region #1, and that's not going to change. They're
No.
going to remain there. You have Wisconsin #2, and they're in a fairly decent position to stay at #2. And then you have St. Thomas, and you have us as #3 and 4. And I would say that there's probably a half of a percentage between the two of us in the rankings right now. And they ended up taking a couple from Crookston last weekend, which helped them stay in that position. Otherwise, we won a 5-game, now 6-game winning streak that could have propelled us into that position. But if we ultimately get to play them tomorrow, that game's going to have huge implications on the regions, potentially setting up for a big matchup with, if Wisconsin gets to the championship game of this, to potentially have an opportunity to overtake them heading into the last regular season ranking of the year, which could put someone in their place as the #2 in the region. And what's important about that is, the first and second team in the region bypasses regionals and goes straight to nationals.
Yeah, it's kind of an interesting situation because you're hoping for the hardest games, right? Like in a perfect world, you're playing St. Thomas next round, and then hopefully if Wisco wins tomorrow, you want to play Wisconsin on Sunday, as long as the boys take care of business tomorrow against hopefully St. Thomas. You're hoping for a really hard route, and I know missing out this year, like I've talked to backup goaltender Jack Wadzeniak and Gabe Tortolot, and they're like, I don't understand why we're in 4th. We split with Wisco, but strength of schedule is so huge. That's why you're hoping for these hard games, because both of them, if I'm not mistaken, went down and played Lindenwood, which regardless of how those games turn out, it just improves your strength of schedule so much.
I don't think Wisconsin played Lindenwood.
No?
St. Thomas did. They got smoked pretty good.
Did they?
5-0 and 5-1. But Wisconsin has played a little bit tougher schedule early on. They played Wisconsin,
Concordia
a couple times. They also, it was, and I think the other thing that Wisconsin's done well is the games that they've taken care of business, they've actually had a really good goal differential. They've reached that maximum 7-goal differential on teams where maybe we only got the 4.
Exactly.
We got the 6.
Right.
And they put a couple more in the back of the net. So that helped them continue to extend their lead over us. Because like you said, if you look at the series with Wisconsin, we've beaten them twice. They've beaten us once. You just look at what happened last weekend. They lost to Iowa in a shootout. We beat Iowa 6-1 and 2-0.
Yeah.
But when Wisconsin came back and took care of business and won 11-2.
Exactly.
So,
right.
The differential is really important there.
It's just kind of a weird format. The way that playoffs work in club hockey. Oh yeah. It's kind of it's just really interesting that the Gophers are hoping. The Gophers are hoping for the hardest route to regionals, and hopefully bypass regionals. But
think about last year.
Yeah.
We ended up playing Crookston in game 1. We were the 5th seed in the WCCHA. They were the 4th seed. We ended up losing in a shootout. Yeah, it was a good game, but we ended up losing that game. Then we had to actually beat the next 2 games. We had to put as many goals in as we could to get the 7-goal differential.
It was a 1-goal difference that separated us.
We wouldn't have scored that 7-goal differential with, I think it was against North Dakota in the last game.
Yep.
One of the 2 games.
I think North Dakota, you're
we
right.
would not have made it
to regionals. And and it can really come down to that much. That's why, I know in the locker room, historically playing on the Gopher Club team, sometimes in games where we maybe are the favorite, we tend to, overlook and maybe not show up the same way we'd show up for a bigger game. Yeah. And it just goes to show that, a single goal was the differential of making it to regions and not. those games mean just as much as anything, you know.
Yeah, which is
Well, I know, you know, we were in the locker room after that big win, and all I was thinking about was, you know, if the Gophers play the way that they did today, they could take their team really far. You know, if they play, everything looked, they did it the right way. They were hitting guys, but they weren't being dumb about it. You know, they were standing up for themselves, but not taking stupid penalties. Everything was get in deep, get on the puck, run it around, cycle it, you know, and that's what's going to win regional games. You know, last year and the year before, when we made those runs in regions to the final game, you know, that is hard hockey. That's playoff hockey. And it's not, you're not going to be able to stick handle your way through. It's going to be get pucks in deep, go get it, get bodies to the net. So I was really proud of the Gophers today to play the right way.
Yeah,
you know.
I agree, and I think that's the mentality. These guys have gone through 3 years, 4 years now of regions. A lot of these guys are receivers.
Yeah.
And you learn from that every year.
Yeah.
Kind of understand what it takes to get to that next level. And what's interesting, like last year, and even the year before, I think the year before we were like a number 4 or 5 seed, right? So we didn't play.
Yep.
We didn't play day 1 of regionals.
Yep.
Which actually hurt us.
2 years ago.
2 years ago.
2 years ago.
That hurt us. I think we ended up playing Wisconsin and got beat.
So that was 3 years ago.
Right.
We played in Wisco.
Yeah.
Not at their arena, but yes, I remember that we just came out and just got it. It looked like we had cement blocks on our feet. It was just not good hockey. We couldn't get anything going. Yes,
goalie
and
played really well. And
yeah.
They ended up beating us like 3-1 or something.
Yeah.
Like that. That's the year they ended up getting to the national tournament.
They did. They did. It's super cool to see the WCCHA so well represented in the region. Like, because I put our region up there with any of them as far as the 4 go.
Yeah.
And for it to be, you know, Wisco, St. Thomas, us, 2, 3, 4, you know, I mean, hey, even playing, you know, we'd go down to Lindenwood and, you know, all the confidence in the world, but that is a good hockey team, you know.
And I think the great thing is we're starting to finally get noticed and have a little bit more, not just because of the name, but we're actually playing well in regionals, or we're playing well in nationals. Like St. Thomas, they had a chance to win the whole thing a couple of years ago, and they had a great team. So it's getting over that hurdle of, hey, we're a team that can at least get to regionals and actually do well, but it takes a while. It takes a while to build that within your team, and you know, like the last 2 years, we've had to go through 3 games to almost make it to nationals, and that's a grind.
Oh my goodness, I've told you,
especially for an old guy like
WCCHA or regionals was a little different. Those last 2 games against what did we play? Iowa. We played Iowa first, and then what? Trine, Marion, someone.
Trine was first.
Oh, Trine was first. Okay. Those second 2 games, Iowa, and I'll never forget against Concordia. Me and Mike we played 14 minutes of the last period, but I could have played 3 more periods. It's like a whole nother. It didn't even matter. But those 3 and 3s, those can be tough.
Well, like this year,
I can take that actually.
Something crazy happened.
Nothing crazy is going to happen in the next 2 days to take us out of a top 6 position in the region. At this point, it just won't. We're going to play good enough teams that'll have a good enough record that it won't matter. So my point there is that it'll help us, hopefully, I think, because we'll learn from it, to not have to play that first day of regionals.
Yeah.
So as long as you can play a really good, solid game that first game and get to win and then get to the championship, now your legs are a little bit fresher.
Absolutely.
You're not quite as beat up. You haven't taken quite as many shots to the shins or hand or whatever.
Yeah. Well, I mean that game. That first game last year. Who did we play? Trine, something like that. Like, I thought guys were going to have to get stretchered off the ice. You know, that was not a game where it was like, Oh, shit. We got 2 more of
Isn't that
these.
didn't he get hit about 8 times?
He got crushed. That was the game. Chewy got his face mask ripped off of his helmet. You remember? They ripped the screws right out of his head. I was like, oh my gosh, dude. He had a guy, I think he spit on his hand in the line, something like that, something crazy like that. But that was one where it was like, oh gosh, we got 2 more games after this.
And we took down, and Iowa 3 years ago was runner-up in the national championship game, and they had a hell of a team last year.
Yeah.
That they basically got outscored by St. Thomas, and St. Thomas overtook Iowa to get to nationals automatically rather than going through regionals. If you recall, Iowa was like, well,
that was last year.
That was last year.
Last year,
but,
yeah.
But 2 years ago, or 3 years ago, they were the runner-up.
Gotcha. Yep.
And then last year, we took them completely off their game.
I know.
That was a lot of fun.
That was a fun game. That was a really, really fun club hockey game.
Yeah. Our Big Ten rivals.
I know.
We're big fans.
No, we're not. But I'm a big fan of Big Ten wrestling now.
I know.
After going down there, that was kind of wild. We, for those of you who are still listening to us just ramble, Ryan Gargaro. Gosh, you always find your way into the streams, huh? I don't think the Huskies are in the tournament this year, so won't be able to watch them. But if you want to tune into the Gophers tomorrow, we play at 4:45. Winner of this game that we're commentating right now. Gophers just traveled. We just traveled down to Iowa, and we had a whole afternoon to kill. So me and the other coaches went to a wrestling match against Iowa and Ohio State. Number 2 and 4 in the country, and it was electric. There were flamethrowers on the mat, like it was crazy. And Iowa's coach is just a nutcase. You could just tell. Goodness.
That was my first time, and I think your first time.
Yeah,
seeing
all of
NCAA.
us. All of us. We were sitting there, had not a single clue of what was going on. They were scoring points, and we were like, what the hell did that guy get a point for? Like, I don't even get it. Luckily, we had a nice Iowa fan, Ohio State fan, there to explain the rules of collegiate wrestling. That was at least a plus.
That was good. That was good. And it's in the arena that the basketball team played.
Yeah, it was.
Clark played there last year. On the championship.
It was crazy.
It was a cool bowl. What was it? 14,500?
Yeah, 14,500, and it was a true bowl. Just, you walk all the way down. They had it, 3/4 packed. It was freaking cool. I guess there's not much else to do in Iowa other than go watch wrestling, but that's all right. We got the second period coming at you. St. Thomas Tommies against Jamestown Jimmies. First period, St. Thomas finds himself up 3-0. Jamestown was, they had a couple really, really good opportunities in the middle. Just couldn't capitalize. St. Thomas goaltender kept it out of the cage. I'm excited to see what happens here. I don't want to, blow the whistle too soon, but Jamestown's definitely going to have to get something going, spend a little less time in their own zone if they're going to want a chance in this hockey game.
Yeah. And, I think St. Thomas is going to wear them down. They don't have a...
Last time we played these guys, we did like F1, F2,
Kind of like a trap style, you're saying?
Oh, how we played them? Against St. Thomas or against... I mean, we probably went pretty hard at them, actually. I think we did probably a pretty heavy 2-3 maybe, like 2 guys in and 3 guy high. That's what St. Thomas does a lot of, is a 2-3. You'll see their third guy right at the top of the blue line as an F3.
And then utilize him. On the offense. Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They're very, very good at that. Hank is really good at that. Ooh, nice little play there by Jamestown. Puck gets centered. Thrown wide. Anthony Madigan collects for the Tommies. Back the other way with some speed. St. Thomas maybe with an opportunity here. Oh my gosh. Great save there by Baxter. Opportunity for Zach Simon in the middle. Puck gets thrown towards the cage, steered away by Baxter. Puck gets shot back down into the Jimmy's end. Looking to break the puck out. Jimmy's back the other way through the neutral zone. Pulls up in the corner. Shot on net there. Goes just wide. Jimmy's throw it back down around the cage. Number 12, Easton Romsdahl collects for the Jimmies. Throws it back down. I think Tom is breaking the puck out here. Simon hands it off for Stone King. Takes the puck behind the net. Centers for Madigan, just couldn't connect there. Jimmy's fire the puck back out to the neutral zone. Griffin Laness to collect for the Tommies. Drew Fisher fires it on cage. Baxter's going to cover up for the Jimmies. I don't remember number 6 on the team, but he's first line, I think.
Yeah, they might have had a few guys hurt.
Yeah, I know. I think they. What was that?
I don't know what year in college he is.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
It looks like he's about 18.
it says he's a Oh, yeah. I don't know. Yeah, he looks like a Gramps. You know. Jamestown back the other way. Has numbers. Play's gonna get whistled off sides. Late call.
He looks like a grand.
I gained tonight, but I sprained my ankle. I tried to play again tonight, but it didn't work out. So.
And then Wenty's out too, isn't he? You have a concussion.
Sucks, but we'll see. Hopefully I can go tomorrow. Should be.
Get in here, man. Let's keep you on the
Here.
on the horn. Here. Yeah, we had to pull him off the ice from St. Thomas. Mr. Hallstrom here, the captain of St. Thomas, is taking himself out of the game. So he's having a bit of an injury. So tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, I just against Crookston last weekend, guy's stick got caught in my tooth and he kind of can opened it. And then I got a high ankle sprain, so I tried to go again tonight. And just anytime I go into the battle, kind of tweak it. Long way from the heart, though, eh?
Well, I know those high ankle sprains are not.
Yeah, not fun. So, no, we got a good group. They'll hold it down, and it's a fun game to watch so far.
It's kind of next man up with your team,
Right? Yeah.
There's so many guys that can play.
100%.
You probably have another 5 guys waiting at home. Wishing they could be on that right now.
100%, right? So, yeah, super fortunate to have the lineup we do, and everyone can play anywhere. So a lot of skilled hockey players on our team, which is fun to watch and be a part of.
So what's your prognosis for tomorrow? Do you know yet?
I don't know. We'll see how it feels. I'll probably give her a go. But regardless, as long as the game stays the way it is here, should be a fun one tomorrow, whether I'm in or not, right? So be a good competitive game. We always are against you guys.
Yeah,
so.
it's kind of the rubber match.
Yeah, right? So might see you guys a couple times here. See how it plays out.
Well, we were talking a little bit about regionals, and these games are really important from that perspective.
Yeah.
Trying to either you or us are trying to kind of Wisconsin at that second position in the region right now. And they got a pretty good stronghold on it, I would say. And
Yeah.
either one of us is going to have to take them down on Sunday.
Right. So.
To make that happen. If they maybe they don't make it.
Yeah, who knows, right? That's why you play these games. So take it one period, one shift at a time, and see how everything turns
Tell
out.
me a
It's kind
little
of
bit
the motto.
about, so the defensive core now, I saw number 6. I don't know if
Yeah, so he's new. He transferred here from a school in Iowa. And I think it's...
What year is he? Is he a youngster?
He played a couple years of juniors, so I think he might be a sophomore this year.
Okay.
But yeah, great kid. Can play well, huge, so it's nice to have that presence back there, right? I can get away with a little more.
I was going to say, he could give you a little power.
Yeah, right? yeah, it's fun to watch when he gets going, right? Big, strong kid, so.
Yeah.
And for sure make an impact on our team. It's been fun having him, great kid.
Is he new this second semester?
Yep,
Oh,
yep.
okay.
So, yeah, just transferred here second semester, and he's been out at some summer skates. He knows a couple guys on our squad, so he's skated with us before, but first time actually being on our team, and yeah, lucky to have him. Right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's good to have him.
Yeah, helps. I mean, we had another guy, Andrew Zimmerman, break his thumb this week, so yeah, DR dwindling away here, but we'll get through it, right?
Yeah. Well, and that's just, we were just talking about these weekends, and Johnny and I were talking about how it takes its toll on you, especially, Johnny or Jimmy's team is, they don't mess around. They don't just let you walk by stuff. It's not like you're playing in a men's league or anything.
Yeah, not at all. They got a couple guys that can play, and they'll get on you. They're gritty, so you just got to beat them live with your speed and stay on them, right? It's easy to kind of let the throttle off the pedal in these types of games, so just got to keep the foot on the gas here and pop some more in. But
yeah.
Boys are looking good. Yeah. It's fun to watch.
Yeah, you guys are buzzing pretty well. Hopefully you guys tire out a little bit tonight.
You'd like that, huh?
I said just tire yourselves out on this game. Maybe have a team outing after.
Yeah.
Be a little harder in the corners, harder out in front of the net.
Yeah, exactly.
Kano didn't do us any favors though either.
Really? Yeah. Yeah, they're a gritty team too, right?
Yeah. Bunch of Maple Grove grittiness.
Yeah, it's definitely the style of play we have in Maple Grove for sure.
I don't know if I'd say it's that.
No, not at all.
It's kind of that, I don't know, we have a couple of guys in our team, 3 guys from the Maple Grove.
Yeah, Kuzi and Moses and Sandy.
Yeah.
It's fun to play against those guys. Even though I didn't play with Kuzi or Moses, my dad coached them, so I kind of know them. And yeah, they're great players, right?
I did ask him, I said, who's your favorite coach of all time in Maple Grove? Omega, I should say.
Yeah.
Your dad's name definitely is on top of the list.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It seems to be the answer for a lot of people. So fortunate to have him growing up a lot of years. And
people just get sick of getting yelled at by Curtis.
I know, right? Yeah, those guys are great too, right? And that's kind of where blessed to grow up with guys like that. My dad. And hard on you for sure, but it's for a reason, and they're great coaches. So.
Even Mankato is just the skill level they have. They just didn't have, they didn't have the structure, and maybe they didn't have, the 2, 3, 4 lines they kind of need to really compete. But you could tell the skill that their high-end guys are really high-end guys.
Yeah, it's crazy how much better club has gotten since I was a freshman. Right? The skill level from my freshman year to now my senior year is astronomically better. So it's fun to watch. It's fun to be a part of.
Yeah. We were talking about that earlier. It's like teams like St. Thomas, us, Wisconsin, Crookston, even the Jimmies have the team last year. Not quite as skilled as last year's team.
Yeah.
But you got 4, 5, 6 throw preliminaries to throw a couple years ago. That's always right up there.
Yeah.
It's just cycles.
Yeah, right.
And now you have teams that are kind of perennial Big Ten teams that are kind of taking over right now, which looks like it could change pretty quickly. But it's fun to see. You got this
competitive conference for sure, right? Our all top, for sure. Top 10 in the region, but you got us at 2, 3, 4 with Wisconsin and you guys too. So fun to play those games. A lot more fun than playing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I could put a little
feedback.
Mic check. We good now?
Yeah, let everyone know.
Yeah. Hopefully the viewers can hear us at home here. Thank you guys for doing this too. This is awesome. Pretty cool setup you guys got going. So.
Yeah, we gotta make it legit. And I think that the cool thing is it's not boring. You get a Jimmy and Johnny, and we're probably putting some people to sleep.
Right.
Speaking.
These guys are a lot better.
You have people coming after us.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's
what a shot! Nice shot by 15. Short side on Rosenlund there.
That sneaked in on there.
2-1 after the second, the other one.
Okay.
And I'm assuming
Brookston's on 2-1.
Okay.
You went with me.
Yeah, right. So Claire's not going to lay down for him. So that was a good shot there, though, by 15. Axe probably wants that one back, but nice snipe. Yeah, they got a couple big guys on the squad, so here we go. Nice. Picks it up to stop him. And he finds his
Score for Jamestown was number 15, Nick Jurgen.
Now let's see if the Tigers can bounce back here with some pressure. Can't lay down for these guys, right? They can capitalize on you here, so.
Absolutely. So tell me, you're going to come in for year number 5 next year? Or?
No, I don't think so.
You're not doing the...
Although I'd love to. I think the playing days might be over after this year, and might take my talents to coaching. I don't know.
Hey, you got a good...
Ooh, that's a knee. That's not going to be good for our decor, right?
Hopefully they'll be all right.
Yeah. That's pretty bad.
Let's see how he feels after this.
Spetsy looks like he's kind of getting up, a little shaken up, but
He'll be all
those are never any fun, right? Whether it's bad or you hyperextend it, those hurt like hell, so.
Looks like he dodged a little bit of a bullet. But
Yeah, 100%. Hopefully it just got him in the thigh. 5, yeah.
gotta be a
Hopefully some new personnel on this Tommy power play here, so let's see if they can capitalize and get something going.
I saw your line with Fisher, and you got Olsen on that line.
And Nor, yeah, those guys are pretty fun to watch and play. It's tough playing against them in practice.
Is that pretty new, or has that been around?
Yeah, so Wyatt just kind of started playing full time when we went down to Wisconsin. So he's probably got 8 or 9 games under his belt.
Okay.
But he's been playing with Fish and the whole time, and then Brady Nor just got on their line second half of the semester here. So yeah, they seem to be clicking, and yeah, Wyatt's got 2 tonight. So
yeah, I was talking about Wyatt's sister and my daughter played together. And we always had those father, son, daughter games at Maple Grove on Sunday nights. That was probably the highlight of my life.
Yeah, right.
At least
it's always fun to get out with your kids and show them who's boss,
That's
right?
That's right. Trying to hang in there. But yeah, it's good to see him, and obviously he's got a high hockey IQ and
100%, yeah.
Great shot.
Guys like him and Fish and Madigan and Simon, I mean, all these guys on our team, right? Fun to watch and fun to play with because they understand the game so well and can make some pretty sweet plays.
Yeah, and you guys do a good job on your power play, just moving around and kind of just trying to create those little soft
free flowing,
areas.
right? Like, obviously we have our structure, but it's pretty. I mean, we got a man advantage out there, right? Might as well use it and create 2-on-1s across.
I still remember your goal against us coming in from the point, almost like.
I think that was a backdoor on Oki. I think Oki missed me. Yes, I was his guy. So, are you talking about this year? Or?
This year.
Okay.
Yeah, you kind of came as a nice little pass from the left, probably down by the goal line.
Yeah.
You came in and gave a nice, almost like a one-timer, but not quite.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, there's a pep with him.
Yeah, it's about the only time I score, right? Is on these man advantages. So.
Yeah, you got to quit scoring against the Gophers. It's just not allowed.
Yeah.
You're done doing that, right?
I had to give Oki a shot there. Those are the goals I remember against him, right? So.
Well played.
I'm sure he's listening.
It's funny because I was trying to get Oki to come out on our skates last summer, and he's like, Coach, I think I'm done for a while.
Yeah. Checks out.
My playing days might be over.
Yeah, here this will be fun to watch here. Some good chemistry on this unit. He fell, no. Out of the way, Wooly. Ooh, good rip there, good look.
Oops, sorry.
No, you're good.
Good puck movement, just kind of weathering the storm for the Jimmies, right?
Yeah, their goalie's good too, right? He makes some good saves. Let in a couple squeakers he'll probably like back, but Yeah, he makes some pretty good saves. So.
Well, and that's what we were up in their area, and we beat them like pretty heavily the first game.
Yeah, I think I saw that.
And then they put in this goalie.
Yeah.
And it was like a
whole different game, right?
Or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here we go, Mads. That's a good look there. Oh, he'll be all right.
Nice save.
Louis wheeling around here. Simon, a little jitterbug out there. He's fun to watch.
I was going to say, 13 is, who is that again?
Zach Simon.
Zach Simon.
Another Maple Grove kid growing up.
Yeah.
And then he transferred to Orono after his family moved. So.
Okay.
Here we go. Back door, Louis. Oh, squeak in there, huh? Find a way. Oh. Some extracurriculars going on, but boys figured it out.
Is this power? Was it a 5-minute, right?
Yeah, 5 minutes. So.
I was going to say, it seems like this thing's been going on for about an hour and a half.
I know, right? It'd be nice if the Tommies could pop one in here, get our percentage up a little bit and work on the power play, but.
Well, you're tiring that goalie out. So
yeah,
I mean,
regardless, it takes 5 minutes off the clock and tires him out.
You guys just keep it going.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Thanks, Gramps. We appreciate that.
Might get hired by TNT here pretty soon. I don't know.
Yeah.
We've got 61 people listening.
Hey, if it doesn't work out tomorrow for you to play, maybe you can come up and
yeah, right. Do the whole game.
Do a little color or play-by-play or something. I like it.
Sounds good. Hopefully, I'm playing though.
Yeah, you got to tape. Obviously, you got to tape that thing up and numb it up a little bit and get back in there.
Yeah. Yeah, let's see if the trainer's got anything to shoot my leg up here, but I'm gonna doubt that.
Your dad's probably got some.
Yeah, he's probably got something in his bag. He's got just about everything, so I'll maybe ask him for something to throw on there. Jimmies are doing a good job of killing this power play here, not letting much up.
Tell me a little bit about your decor here. Are these?
Yeah, so this is Danny Pasquale. He's from Minnetonka. He's a freshman this year, so he was on that state championship team. So pretty fun experience for him, right? Not many people get to say they're state champion in Minnesota, so pretty cool for him. And then we got Griffin here, who's the new transfer, right?
Yep.
Stillwater kid.
Yep.
Then Torin Dobchuk is from Eden Prairie. He's a junior. He's been on our team, big part of our team for the past 3 years. We also got Mason Osberg, number 4. He's been a huge part of our team as well these past. He's a junior as well, so great kid and works super hard and makes something in the right place. Ooh. Then we got Spets, who took that knee. Another Stillwater kid.
Yeah.
He's a sophomore. Can really motor. Fun to watch. And then last guy that we got here healthy is Ben Tarleton, number 12. Played a couple years with juniors and went down to the University of Dubuque. Played D3 there and then transferred here this year. But he's a Woodbury kid, so yeah, it's crazy. Everyone from our team this year is from Minnesota.
Oh, is that right? Okay.
Besides the exception of one kid from St. Louis, but he transferred up here his sophomore year of high school, so technically a Minnesota kid, I guess. So yeah, pretty cool. It's never happened before when I've been a part of our program. So
yeah, that's the one thing we're seeing a lot more. Well, for you guys, a lot of Minnesota guys.
Yeah.
Which is kind of interesting because, a lot of guys from Minnesota, they're like, I think they're starting to learn what ACHA is.
Yeah, 100%.
They didn't associate it as like with really good hockey until I would say probably the last few years. And you guys really helped. I think you guys and your team helped put that on the map with getting the nationals. And
yeah, for sure.
Really becoming a team
good rip,
to reckon with.
Yeah, even like I remember when I was a freshman, I was like, "There's no way I'm playing." Kind of wanted to help out with with the D1 team a little bit, and then I was like, I might as well go to tryouts here and see what it's all about. A couple of pre-tryout skates, and kind of fell in love with it and all the guys, and it's been a blast.
Yep. So, what the
update with 2-1 on the other rink?
Yeah, Crookston's up 2-1 against Eau Claire after the end of 2. Right.
That's probably a pretty fun game there, huh?
I was watching that first period a little bit, and Crookston's got a nice little team. They got some speed. They got some hockey IQ, kind of like your team. There's some guys that are big, some guys that are just really speedsters. And they were, at that point, they were kind of taking it to Eau Claire, but Eau Claire's got one heck of a goalie.
Yeah, he's
and
good.
I think, sometimes that first period's tough because you're just, it's a Friday night on a big ice surface, and you're just trying to get your feet under you sometimes. So
100%. I'm sure they'll find a way to squeak one out over there, but always, I mean, that's why you play these games, right? You never know. So.
And they're both well-coached teams. And, obviously Steve Johnson's got his team dialed in. I think it was kind of funny watching to see what their record was, but really they only had 4 losses until they played you guys last weekend.
Yeah.
And they just play
rightfully so, right? They're a good team.
Good team, well-coached.
Yeah.
Hard to play against. Just to do the little things really, really well.
Yeah, they came out hot on us Friday night. They went up 3-1 and nothing in the second, and we kind of came back in the third with a nice push and made it 5-3, and they got a little power play goal at the end. But, yeah, fun team to play against, right, because they're good and got some guys that can make some pretty nice plays. So
yeah, I'd say they have, top 6-7 players that are they're all putting a lot of points up. So
yeah,
that was a nice play. You guys, again, just really moved the puck around well. And
oh, Louis, I don't know how you missed that one. Must have not wanted it.
that goalie put a big pad in his way.
Yeah,
and,
right.
Great save. Wow.
Couple grade A's for D-Lou. He's battling a little concussion, though, so we'll let it slide. This unit's good, though, right? A lot of good looks here. Oh.
Wow.
Jamestown just weathering the storm, right?
Yep. We got
goalies making some big saves.
42 seconds and
I don't know, some fans are barking. I don't know what's going on. But
24 on the Jimmies is hacking a little bit.
Okay.
Guys aren't real happy.
Hey, you got to, though, right on the PK. Ooh.
Another, Jesus, this goalie's tough.
He's just soaking them all up, right?
Yep, there's a little.
Looks like, Simon's, letting him know.
He didn't like the tap in the back of the leg, I'm sure.
I know.
That's the one thing that the Jimmies have done. Like we were talking about this earlier, but they just kind of pack it in the house, and then you really have to make a heck of a play. Now I don't know that one goal you guys scored on first. So you'd want that back, obviously.
Yeah. Yeah, it was right there, just a little squeaker kind of on the goal line. It's kind of weird, went off the post and off his pad, I think, so she probably wants that one back, but, they don't ask how. So
exactly. Just how many?
Yeah.
So how's your dad's team doing this year? How are they?
It's good. They're finding their way, right? They've got some, oh boy. Not a way, good save action, that's off there. They're good. Really they got, they're finding their way, right? They've got some games where they play really well and then some games where they don't. So, they're doing well.
We just got an update. 3-1 next door.
Yeah.
Crookston, just scored.
3-1. Okay.
Nice.
3-1 here. I don't know if you guys were here for that shot they scored on. Huh? Were you guys here for the shot that the Jimmy scored on?
No. Nice little snipe from the kind of
short
dot.
Side, bar down snipe. It was pretty nice.
Oh, a little home run play there. That's offsides. Tommy's got to get something cooking here, right? Can't let off the pedals, so.
They're kind of hanging in with the Jimmy.
Yeah.
Weathered the knee check.
Yep.
Hopefully your guy, I think he's been back on the ice.
Spets is on the ice right now, so it looks like it's just a little stinger. Hopefully nothing too crazy, but. Yeah, a little line mix up here. Stops, Gino and Jed. Let's see if they can get something going.
If you guys remember that coach for Montana State, young kid, blonde.
Yeah, it looks a lot like that guy, right?
I literally thought he was him. And
this guy.
And I was like, hey, you want me to interview you again? He goes,
again? What?
My bad, man. Sorry.
Very professional over there in the suit.
Yeah,
looks
I
good.
remember that. Yeah, they have a pretty, their D1 ACHA team.
Yeah, it's really good, right?
I think they're a top 5 right now. I know Barassa, who played for
Griff.
Griffin.
Yep, Euro kid, so
yep.
Growing up playing with him. But, yeah, it sounds like they're having a pretty good year. So
I saw him play, and we were at the Big Ten showcase down in Chicago.
Oh, yeah, how's that?
It was actually really fun to be around because it's kind of like a national tournament, right?
Yeah, right.
You had all these teams at different levels playing. You had D1, D2, and D3 ACHA men's teams, all the best teams for the most part. I think the only team that wasn't there was Minot State, which is the #1 team in the country.
Yeah.
But you had UNLV there, who obviously won and beat the DUD1 team.
Yeah.
And then you had, probably 5 other teams that were all D1, and you had a lot of, you had UCLA, you had Washington.
It's cool to play or see those teams that you don't really get to see on a normal calendar year, right? So.
Absolutely, especially teams from the West. You're just not used to seeing them.
No.
We had a guy on our team transfer, Roy Chabaklo.
Oh, really?
And he ended up going to Berkeley.
Okay.
And their team hasn't lost a game all year.
Yeah, I think I saw that, right? So
they ended up playing, I think it was Oregon,
okay,
the D1 team, to kind of round out their season before playoffs.
Yeah.
Ended up beating them too. So they have a solid team.
Good squad.
We're going to try and get out there next year.
Well, that'll be a sweet trip. Might have to implement a curfew on that one.
Hey, it's the time change. It'll be perfect. It'll be perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just kind of scrap. Nice job keeping it in.
Yeah, like Griff's a good player. And it's the end of 2.
End of 2.
1-0 in the second period for the Jimmies. So we'll see if the Tommies can come out a little stronger in the third here. But thanks for having me on, Luke. I appreciate it. It was fun.
Great seeing you. Good luck. I hope your ankle's back and
thank you.
Heal quick.
We'll see.
Go get some ice on it right now. And good luck to you guys. We want to see you guys win this and take it home this next period.
For sure. Sounds good. Thanks,
Luke.
Bud.
All right, take care.
Hey, you like it?
Yeah, thank you.
$50.
He's a natural. Hallstrom's a natural.
Who's got mine? Is this yours, Johnny?
No, that's.
I think I got yours, Jimmy.
You do?
Yeah. Do you want to switch?
Yeah.
Let's talk a little, Jimmy. Get in there, bud.
Here.
Let's chat.
We're still on here. LJ?
Yes, we are.
I finally get Luke Johnson time?
Yeah, no kidding.
I get Luke Johnson time. Oh, this mic is nice.
Johnny dialed it in. Yeah,
so,
look at that. That's amazing that they actually killed off that 5-minute advantage.
Yes. I watched the back end of that. That's pretty.
The goaltender is probably getting iced right now in the locker room for all the pelts he's taken on his body after that 5-minute major.
Well, I'll tell you though, man, being a goalie is just an awesome. The adrenaline. So I mean, Xavier, I think it is that Xavier. Is that the goalie's name? Let's see. Xavier Baker. The big kid.
Just really, really.
When he's on it, you're on it, man. That's the thing with hockey. When this time of year, you get a goalie that's hot, man. You could throw everything at him, and if you got it. That's why I'm always saying, you can't. Owen and I were doing the game the other day, and we were talking about how shooting on, how people shoot. I mean, when you watch, the replays here, and you see how they're going to shoot, you know where the shot's going.
Yeah.
But you're not going to get scored on, 20 feet out or this. You got to get them moving. You have to get them moving.
And it's funny now, like even the NHL guys now, they're changing their angle of their skates, and then they're firing it in a different location.
Right.
Depending on if they're right-handed or left-handed, it's changed the game a lot with the pads and how you have to throw the goalie off, or you're not going to win, and you're not going to beat them. Now the guys that can do those little things to really mess up a goalie to think about where they're going to shoot.
Right.
Like, okay, I'm going to do a little leg kick.
And think it's going to go in.
And look like I'm going top shelf, but now I'm going 5-hole, and you see Austin Matthews make those kind of plays now, which you just it's hard to teach that, number one.
Well, for sure it is. And we're talking too is working on that 13-inch, 17-inch shot off the ice, being even like defensemen too. It's like they got to change their game. It's not so much having that hard slap shot or this or that. I mean, at the Wild game last night, watching that North Carolina game, that was a great hockey game.
The Hurricane, yeah.
The Hurricanes, and just watching how defensive it's changed.
Yeah.
The game has changed just simply because the goalies are getting bigger. And I was talking to one of my old goalies today. I coached Mike Minnick about the pads now to the pads back then. I'm like, oh my God, if I'd had the pads they have now, back then. Oh.
And the style is so different.
Yeah, right.
Right, the butterfly and
but I mean,
hybrid style. That
even
have.
side to side now, it's unbelievable. It's so much faster, and it's like you've got to be so quick, and it's unbelievable. This game has really changed, and it's fun to watch, and it's the more stick handling too. Getting power, like getting control of that puck.
Like the Tommies here, they do such a great job of just moving their feet, thinking the game a little bit ahead of the next play.
Right.
And that's why they get into really, really good positions to score. And obviously the goaltender has to be on top of his game to keep it to a 3-1 game at this point, because he's been doing a nice job of shutting down some of those plays. But again, they got a guy right in, if you look at some of the replays, they got a guy right in front.
Right in front of the net.
And he's taken, it's basically the goalie against that guy. And goalie won in that situation. So
you can see they'll probably set up again here, and right away, what does the guy do? Right in front of the net, right here, get in front of the net.
Yeah, they go to the net. They do a good job. That's, the challenge we had with and have had with the Tommies is just the speed they bring to the game. Right. If we can get into a position where we're slowing them down, that's when we've been successful against them. And then obviously you got to bury your opportunities, and hopefully your goaltender's on his game when he's playing against them.
Yeah, no, when we played St. Thomas, that we played. God, I'm trying to hit who we played at Ritter right after them. I can't remember who it was, but it was what was very impressive too. It was a lot of the sticks. Getting your sticks out, crossing that passing lane. Getting out. Doing more and more. We even watch these guys here play now. You don't see a lot of that now.
Yeah.
But St. Thomas does that quite a bit.
Yep.
So that's one thing that we're going to have to take advantage of too.
I think that's, we don't have a ton of practice time, unfortunately, just being, one practice a week. So we don't get a chance to dive into some of those real, nitty gritty, hey, stick on puck, maybe leave it open for a second so they think they have an opportunity to shoot. And all of a sudden your stick's there and you're tipping it up into the rafters.
Right.
Those are things that as you go up in level, it just becomes, your stick becomes much better, right? The stick work at the NCAA hockey and then D3 even, or NCAA, but then you get into the NHL, their stick is in such a great position, and it's always on the ice,
right.
Stick on puck, and you don't see that as much here, but I think that for the teams that do a great job of that, it just makes a world of difference in terms of how you're going to be successful.
I'll tell you, Ethan, the new pickup on our team.
Yeah,
this stick's always down.
He's a high hockey, high Q guy.
Yeah, he's pretty impressive. But nice thing about it, we were talking about that in today's game, how he's gelled with everybody. How he's been able to go on line to line to player to player and get along with everybody he plays with. That just goes to show you how big of a high IQ he's got.
Yeah.
And he's able to play with everybody. That's what's really cool.
It's funny, too, because you get some of these guys that you never hear a word from them for 4 years. I talk to Pete all the time.
Who?
Petey.
Okay.
Ethan. And he's always asking, hey, where do you want me? What do you want me to be doing? And he's one of those guys that, to your point, he's just really easy to get along with as a teammate. You can kind of throw him in any position, and he'll, because of his hockey IQ and because of his skills, he's going to be successful. And it's been a really nice addition to the team in the second half of the year to get Ethan Peterson on our squad. So we're really excited about that.
Yeah, well, we got with 4 seniors leaving 5 and having a big class coming back is going to be a really good thing for the Gophers too. Yeah, we lose some heart and soul. You got Huddy and Hank and Huey and Sandberg, and obviously our big goalie Cheesy is making a great run this year in the net. He's been incredible.
He's been phenomenal.
Yeah, he's been probably the best I've seen him play. Last probably 2-3 years. He just seems like he's like always he's confident, just calm. Calm. He's just You see him during like when you're talking, and in the locker room, he's just yep. Mm-hmm.
He's
Okay,
just a
let's go.
backstop. That's
Yeah.
all he is, backstop.
Yeah.
And he's a workhorse this year. I mean, he's pretty much any game we've asked him to play in, he's been absolutely, coach, what do you need? And the challenge with this time of year is you get a lot of sickness running through teams, and I think we had half of our team go through the flu. I know I did, Johnny did, John, I think you did too, Jimmy.
All of us did, yeah.
We just we're finally kind of getting beyond that. I remember that probably 4 years ago when I think it was the year. You might not have been with us yet, but it was a year that COVID came out, and I think the COVID kind of hit in October is kind of when it really hit.
Yeah.
But that February, our team got annihilated with some sickness. It seemed like it was similar to COVID, so maybe it was before it actually came out. But we were at this tournament, and every one of us was sick. The whole team was sick. Well, I think we bowed out of that one pretty quick too. We ended up losing our first game.
Friday night game.
Yep, and that's
it's been 4 years now, right?
Well, 2020 is when that what that year was.
We got by that year. We got by the Friday game. Watch out, everybody! Woohoo!
Huge. And I had a feeling this team on this night was gonna, bring their A game and get over that hurdle. So it was good to see that they actually, came through like they should have and did. And hats off to Mankato. We hadn't had a chance to see Mankato this year.
No, and speaking of Mankato, I mean, talking with a couple of the parents after the game, they're they needed help obviously in their program, and you know what, they're a feisty team.
They are feisty.
Yeah. They're not a bad team. They played hard. They do need direction, like probably a good coach or whatever, but they're no slouch, man. I'll tell you what, they brought it.
They could use a Matt Stelgis to go down there and help.
Yes.
Matty, get off your
Stelgi. And it's disappointing to know that he was here. I wanted to talk to Stelgi. Oh man, that'd been great. Oh gosh, I haven't seen him.
Matty. I play with him on actually right up here in an old man league. We play together, and I'm surprised I didn't get a chance to say hi to him either.
Oh,
but I did say hi to Jaglo.
I didn't see Jay. I didn't see them out there.
Yep. Jeff was here, and I didn't see his
it's
family,
Jeff Jaglo. Okay.
Yeah,
all
Jeff.
Right. Was it? Who was this? Janelle?
Janelle is his sister. We had Jimmy and a couple other Jaglos. I don't even know them all. I know a couple of them.
Yeah, they threw your name around. Luke Johnson. Oh, Luke. Luke.
Well, and
good.
Jaren's family, he's their captain, and he kind of helps manage that team and run it. And if there's anything they need from us to help them improve or do whatever, happy to help those guys out, because it's club hockey it can be a lot of work too for guys that are in school and they're trying to work on whatever they're doing for their degree, but then you have to throw in the finances and how do we sign up for the ACHA and get everybody registered for USA Hockey, and there's a lot that goes into it. So a lot of kudos to the guys that end up being leaders on each of these club teams. To
what they need to do, I think, and I'll do a shout out to a lot of these players and people that are out listening. They should have an annual golf event for the teams and do a huge golf deal. It would fund so much.
Yeah.
I mean,
if you can,
I can tell you right now, we did a golf event for the Showcase softball, and dude, we raised $7,500 cash money for that day.
Yeah.
And that went towards our ball team.
Yeah, that's huge.
That's huge.
That's huge money.
And all we did is sit in golf and did whatever, and I mean that money, boom. I mean, if you just did one, that would help out a lot of programs. So,
well,
a golf tournament.
If you got the easy button for how to set up a golf tournament,
I might do that for next year's team because we're going to need it for this. Trust me.
Hey, we need donations for these broadcasts. They're not cheap.
Oh,
Johnny doesn't. Halverson, he's high end here. There's a lot of high end equipment. So
yeah,
appreciate those that have pitched in.
So anyways, getting back to Mankato,
yeah,
they some of the parents were yelling at us about how we came across. By all means, we did not come across or intend to say negative things. If something were said, I apologize. I take responsibility for, things that were said. But you also got to remember, there's also people around us too. I mean, we're in a really tight spot here.
Yeah.
I mean, people could say something and you could hear it. I mean, Johnny, say something right now. Like, if you're in a hockey game and you don't know I'm doing this, and you said, "Hey, ref, that's could you hear that? Go ahead and say something." Like, I mean, that's what people hear. I mean,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
they'd hear that, right? So like, oh, that guy said that. Oh my God, that commentator, I can't believe that. But that was kind of funny.
You probably said something. Jim.
I probably did. I know I know exactly what I said, but it got kind of chippy and I didn't like it. So it is what it is.
Yeah.
So.
I will say what you said doesn't make it any less true.
Right.
What? That he said what he doesn't. Okay, I'm gonna have to go back and look at what you guys were saying during our game now.
I was like,
If it had anything to do against Bennett or
No.
Geese, hey, I'm all for it. You can. Remember, this is.
I can't believe that guy said that.
this-
Man, I really did. I was like, what?
This is being put on by. Hey, I don't know who's putting on this broadcast from St. Thomas. I'm assuming we are.
We are, yeah.
So
No, the
is the WCCHA?
yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. But they recognize that we're going to be a little bit homers for the Gopher squad, and so take it with a grain of salt.
Hey, man, we love hockey.
That's right. That's right.
So we got the third period coming up here, guys. It's 3-1, and about ready here to do a face-off here and look at this St. Tommy team. What do you see? What do you got coming out here, Lukey?
So real quick, 7-1 over there.
7-1 now?
Now it's 7-1.
Wow, they pulled their goalie or something? What happened?
Yeah,
What?
it's 7-1. That happens quick, Goaltender just gets tired. He was. I mean, the goalie had to have gotten tired. So
Let's get Timmy. We can just save ourselves.
Ooh. We'll have to see if the Jimmy's goalie is going to get tired. He's taking a. He might be having some nightmare flinches tonight. These goalies. I mean, I remember when I was done playing hockey, I would wake up with pucks coming at me every once in a while. I just in my dreams. But we have Timmy Adler on here now.
How's it going, everybody?
Timmy, how'd the game go? You're watching the game over on the other side, which was number 4 and 5, right? Wasn't it?
Yep, that's right. 4 and 5. Crookston, they were able to keep their foot on the gas for the full 60 minutes. It looked like, and that Eau Claire team, their goalie was able to keep them in it for a while, but at a certain point at this level, it's just goalie can't keep you in it forever.
Yeah.
Got to start generating some offense, and that Crookston forecheck is definitely relentless.
Yeah, they buzz, don't they?
Oh yeah, they do.
Good job. Well, it's good to see in this game we got. I think we had Morgan Spetz is back. I know he had that. Ooh. He's throwing some throwing some pucks right from his own goal here, but. Yep. So, you have St. Thomas, who's got a couple of guys out. We talked to Hallstrom earlier. He has a high ankle sprain. So he's out of the game. He's actually, hopefully he'll play tomorrow. You got Spetz, who took a knee to knee.
Yeah, that was a big one for sure.
That was big. It looks like he's been fine. He's skating well like he normally does.
And that's always good to see. You never want to see those big knee-on-knee checks.
No.
Most of the time they're on accident, but regardless, they're a dangerous player.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is going to be an interesting period. I know the Jimmies kind of were able to hang in there and withstand the 5-minute major and ended up scoring a really nice short side pipe, bar down. And
sometimes, Luke, when you're trying to win this game, it's just one that you got to last for. With Jamestown, they're looking a little short-handed. 3 lines of forward and only 5D. You just got to last here.
I'm having a flashback of Debo all of a sudden watching one of the guys on
Debo.
Jamestown.
If you're looking for the definition of an ACHA player, that's Jared Fladibo right there, former Gopher player.
Debo. I miss Debo. I know he's off, probably in Montana or something
He
like
is.
that these
He
days.
is indeed.
But remembering some of those players that just, man, they stick out sometimes, and they're fun to remember what they were like. And guy on number 13 on the Jimmies looks just like him.
Oh, yeah. Now, Debo was a guy that he had all the skill in the world, but sometimes you just couldn't tell if his love of the game was still there. And I think he ended up hanging him up early. But
well, I think that I remember the one comment he said that I go 80%, 100% of the time.
That's what he said. That's why
he was able to.
Back in the day, that might have worked, but I think if you're going 80% against St. Thomas or Wisconsin anymore, you're going to have a lot more difficult of a time than you might have before.
Yeah, he was not spending a lot of time in the defensive zone.
No, he's not.
Time,
but that shows the growth of the WCCHA and teams like Minnesota and St. Thomas is how much the guys really care out there with how much effort they're putting in nowadays. They really want to go out there and compete.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, I think it depends on. I mean, just look at the ACHA itself.
A bit of a hold there.
Yeah, there's a little bit of battle going on. I think they're doing some hugging down there. And, they're just exchanging
a little bit
pleasantries.
It's cold outside, Luke. I think they just wanted to get warm.
They wanted to warm up a little bit in the corner. A little bit of a, one-sided for the Tommies in the zone, but this Jimmy's team is really opportunistic. They got
that they are. They really like to throw the body around, and I think that's how they try and keep themselves in the game whenever they're shorthanded, is maybe beat up St. Thomas a little bit and try and bring them down to their level.
Oh, nice. Again. Just in the slot. Lots of shots.
Baker, the Jimmy's goalie, he earned that All-American bid last year.
Yeah, he did.
And you can really tell he's keeping them in this game right
Yeah.
now. He's a solid goaltender.
I think they had a little bit deeper team last year, obviously, but still, goaltending is such a tough challenge for guys to get him to move and get him out of his position, and it's just hard to beat guys that are that athletic. Here comes, I think that's, is that Olsen? 21? Yeah, Wyatt Olsen's got a couple of goals on the night.
He really seems to find himself open in the high slot quite a bit.
Yeah, he just picks
He's
up.
been getting some very nice passes from 27, Drew Fisher.
Fisher does a nice job finding him, and
they've got good chemistry.
Yeah, they absolutely do. So number 6, we were talking about Griffin Lennis. He's actually a transfer student. Came in for the second half. Here's a 3-on-1.
Good shot. Oh, this is high.
17.
St. Thomas coming back the other way here.
3-on-1 the other way. Let's see if they go high.
Olsen and Fisher. Fisher scores.
So basically, Olsen kind of paid back Fisher for the couple of feeds he had earlier.
Oh, yeah, you can definitely tell that
slot.
chemistry.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to see that one again.
Fisher's not going to. And it's
it looked
like the goalie was a little bit back in the net, but
a little bit. That's a 3-on-1. It's how you have to play as a panic. But that all started from Jamestown. You have to get the puck on net. Yeah. You can't miss it high and wide here at the Super Rink. It's going to ride around the glass and get a free breakout going back the other way.
He was a transfer student from an Iowa school. I don't remember what Hallstrom was telling me. We'll have to get that information for you guys for tomorrow. But big 240-pounder, not a bad guy to have on your squad when you're kind of in the trenches.
Leonard really stood out to me when I was watching the game earlier. He is enormous.
He is enormous.
And he moves his feet well, and he's able to get up the ice, and I believe he is running their first power play from the back end now.
I think they had a couple of guys hurt, and that's probably why. Hallstrom was out.
Oh, another knee there. Knee. That's a big one, and Lewis is slow to get up.
I think Lewis is
He's a tough kid, though. Shakes it off and goes up the ice. I'm surprised that there wasn't maybe a look there.
Oh, yeah, they're just kind of chopping the heck, and they're not calling it.
I think that's the rest trying to keep Jamestown in this game. They're letting a little of this stuff go that might be a little ticky-tack, but that's part of the game.
Yeah. Letting them play a little bit.
I can appreciate that in the playoffs. They don't want to get too involved with the game and make it
Yeah,
about
I mean,
themselves.
the challenge I have is, you know, we ran into this last year in regions, is making no call is also affecting the game
That's
as
right.
well.
Of course.
Right? So for the refs to put whistles in the pocket when things actually happen, that affects the game just as much as, you know, not doing anything. Oh,
I think the officials here are doing a good job. They're keeping it under control, and they're letting guys play, but, you know, they're calling it when they need to
100%. Yeah,
keep it in
100%.
line.
I thought the refs in our game did a great job again. Just
They were
keeping it
good.
under control. They let a couple things I wasn't happy about go, but,
Sure.
you know, that's part of
hockey.
That's part of every game, right? But overall, I thought it was pretty evenly called. Like today's game, this game here, I think is, you know, you might argue that those knee-on knees are something they need to call every time. But overall, they seem to have given the right team the call at the right time.
You know, as a defenseman, I always found that it was tougher when playing against those shifty guys, and sometimes you find yourself in a situation where maybe your leg is getting caught out there, you know, when you're just trying to make a play.
Yeah.
It happens. You got to be in control of your body. But
Right. Nice little play there to get it up the ice. Yeah, I can hear.
St. Thomas getting going up the ice here.
Yep.
Got that shot. Oh, hits Baker in the mask and goes out of play.
You know, Gotti was out of Golden Valley's big 6'1", 194-pounder, came up the ice.
That's something about St. Thomas is they're generally not a big team, but adding guys like Griffin Lennis, that's certainly going to add some size to your back end, and that's always a benefit to have in this league.
Yep, Morissette's 6'4", so they have a couple of guys, but you're right. There's a lot of quick, high IQ players on this team on St. Thomas.
Here comes Ralph coming up the ice for Jamestown. That's not shot. Another one high.
They're not figuring out how to keep that puck below the bar.
Simple chip play. Oh. Jamestown seems a little unhappy with that hand pass call.
Yeah, that was about as obvious as I've ever seen.
That's the definition of a hand pass right there, and I think that's why they're going to bring it all the way down. I'm actually not quite sure why. I feel like it should be still in the neutral zone.
Don't they go one zone back for hand passes? I think they do. It goes back a zone when they have any hand pass, so.
It does feel like we get a little bit of differentiation between officiating crews. Here comes Madigan. Save Baker.
Again, great job squaring up on the pipe and the puck. Again, he's just taking shots left and right. You know, again, if the Jimmies could just put some pucks on net, that would make a world of difference instead of missing these high shots. Well, there's
good save, Rosalon.
Again, now at least you're not going down the other way with a breakout, even though it wasn't a shot that's going to go in.
Good pass to the middle there. It looked like 21 Wilson. His top hand came off the stick there on that last shot. Looks like he didn't get all of it.
Axel did a nice job just kind of eating that one up. And the ref? There's Fisher coming up, kind of dancing around the team. And
never able to really corral the puck there coming around the net.
Nope. Easy icing call. Game's kind of still hanging in there, 4-1.
How you guys doing?
St. Thomas never really able to pull away here, but Jamestown's just kind of hanging in, playing their game. At a certain point, though, they do have to start getting more pucks on the net and inevitably in the net if they want to be involved in the end of this game.
Another puck eaten right up into the
It's really swallowed that
chest.
one up. That's always got to feel good as the goalie, just getting the free one right in the chest right there.
What are your thoughts on Xavier Baker? You know, he's 6'1", 195. Is he a senior at this point? I'm not quite sure. I haven't seen his.
With Jamestown, it's hard to tell on some of their eligibility as they came in only 3 years ago. So they've had a good rise here in the WCCHA, and Baker's definitely been a big part of that.
Yeah. Oh, nice little flip pass to an area. What? Now, Jamestown also has a D1 team. I know that from an ACHA perspective. I think they're number 5 in the country right now.
I believe that's where they're at, yes. Now, that's a good team. They're big and quite physical, but they've got a lot of skill to their game as well. I believe they recruit a lot of Canadians.
Yeah.
Get them to come into North Dakota.
Yep. Give them a nice school education and then have some decent hockey up there. We were up there earlier this year.
They've got a good setup, yeah.
We watched them play
Illinois.
And they kind of took it to Illinois pretty good. But, boy, you're right. They were fast and big, and I think their D were all about 6'3".
A lot of it is getting the right guys into your team. With a team like Jamestown, they have to go out and find guys and get them to come to their school. With us being at the bigger school of University of Minnesota, we have people come to us, and that makes it a little bit easier. But I feel like in the past couple of years, we've definitely done a better job of going out and being a little bit more active on the recruiting trail to get guys more interested in the program. I think that shows the growth.
Yeah, I was talking to John Hallstrom too, and he was talking about how St. Thomas is also out there getting some opportunities with different guys. He said the thing this year that's a little unique is their whole team is pretty much Minnesota guys except one guy who transferred from another state, Missouri. And other than that, they're all Minnesota guys, which is pretty unique. Like the Gophers, we probably have about, 5 or 6 guys that are.
We've got quite a few from out of state.
I guess we do have some.
There's a few Wisconsin but, I think we've definitely gotten bigger on the East Coast of getting guys more interested. We've got TJ Kuba, Joey Greenland from Virginia, Sam Margell from Maryland, Jason Conlon from Maryland.
Yep, and I think, you just kind of depends on what type of a. Oh, that was a nice pass by Fisher.
Here comes Olsen shot.
Olsen
save Baker.
Big slap shot.
Good job by Baker there directing the rebound out of trouble.
Yeah.
Good job by Jamestown's defense to pick it up right away.
And I've actually seen Rumsdahl has had a pretty good game. Number 12, and then this 14 is Zane Fay. Did a nice job getting that puck in.
Oh, there's a big hit by Griffin. Good shot there. And Baker swallows it up again to keep it out of trouble.
Yeah, Griffin Lenz showing his swift feet right after plowing a guy over and using his strength to get up the ice.
His size, too. I've noticed that he likes to initiate the contact a lot of the time.
Yeah.
If you're 6'3", 240, why wouldn't you?
Right. Absolutely. We've had a few 6'3" guys on our team in the last couple of years, but they were missing the 240 part.
He's getting not quite that size, but the strength is definitely Will Anderson.
Yeah.
He played linebacker in high school football for Minneapolis Washburn.
Yeah.
And you can tell whenever he steps up and makes a play.
He's had a phenomenal year and high hockey IQ. And well, here's the Tommies are trying to just almost tipped that one in by number 16 for the Tommies.
Doing everything they can to keep it inside the blue line. Just really keep that pressure on Jamestown. Finally able to get it out and get a change. But here comes St. Thomas right back the other way. Another one on net, and Baker's just going to.
Little one hop to the shortstop, pulls it in, gets a whistle. Trying to slow the game down a little bit, maybe get a little bit of a rest. Well, if the Jimmies are going to make a run here, they're going to have to get a quick one here with 9:48 left. And they just kind of decide to really not really control the puck a lot. They'll just kind of throw it. So it's hard to get anything going when you're not controlling the puck. So,
especially with how short-handed they are, they have to be out of gas.
Yeah.
Maybe at the beginning of the period they're able to get things going after having that 15-minute rest in between periods, but as you get going in the game, it's just so hard to keep it up, especially when St. Thomas is all over you with an aggressive forecheck, I would say.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they're relentless on that forecheck. So
that's the benefit of having a deep team, is you're able to go with 4 lines and keep legs fresh. And the importance of that really can't be overstated, I think.
Yeah, 100%. And they move the puck so well, right? There's some teams that have pretty deep team, but this Tommy team really does move the puck.
You really don't see a lot of holes in their lineup. They've got good leadership, it seems, with their team. A lot of guys who are willing to go in and do the dirty work and always be moving their feet. It's a good example to set.
Yep. 100%. You have
the poke check there can clear up.
Great job, Danny Pasqua did a nice job of breaking that play up.
Klein comes up the ice, dumps it in for Jamestown. Rosenlund plays it behind the net. St. Thomas looking to ice it, ends up getting it on net, and Baker covers it up again.
Yep. I think, you got, again, this is Luke Morissette. He's a big 6'4" kid. He adds a little bit of that size to the speed element that the rest of the line has. You get, so Lewis obviously is
they're quick.
They're quick, and you got, some. Lewis does a nice job of. Again, they use that high guy really, really well.
It's almost as if they're cycling the puck up high.
Yep.
Rather than down low in the corner in the traditional sense that you'd see a lot. Something with St. Thomas I saw, especially this line here of Lewis, Englund, and Morissette. They ran a face-off play coming out of the D zone where they just iced the puck.
And tried to beat him down the rink.
Yeah, Lewis just iced the puck right off the face-off and was able to win the race and led to quite a bit of zone time and a lot of pressure against Jamestown. It's an effective play.
Yeah.
Another area pass here for Jamestown, and it works out. Centered ice. Olsen collects.
Tanner Freed did a nice job of coming up the ice there.
Olsen with another
speed.
pass all the way up the ice to Fisher, who goes right around the defenseman. Maybe a little bit of a hook there that he has to eat, but that's sometimes those calls that you're not going to get in a 4-1 game.
No.
Got to fight through that.
Yeah, they're not going to let that have that one.
The pressure stays up, and another hook. This time, Jamestown drops the stick and gets away with it. Here, coming up the ice.
Half a breakaway with Jackson. Pass it.
Oh, big hit there from Madigan.
Taken down hard.
Here comes Olsen in the high slot. Oh, and he gets it. There's the hat trick.
Gets the Hattie. Wyatt Olsen with number 3 on the night.
What a shot there. And, all 3 of his goals coming from right there in the high slot.
Yeah. He did a nice job of getting around that defender and then kind of a little quick little stick handle. Got the goalie, kind of froze, and then he just put it right up over his glove side for a 5-1.
This is just
lead
incredible chemistry here between
Tommies.
Fisher and Olsen with their ability to get the puck to each other and find themselves in these areas in the high slot.
It's tough as a defenseman. You really got to kind of come
Olsen
in and
fighting
go to him.
through quite a bit of slashing there. Able to get it over the left shoulder of Baker. Good shot. Very good shot.
Timmy, what do you think about tomorrow's game? It looks like the Tommies have kind of put an exclamation point on this game with 5 minutes left. Is it 6 minutes left?
I think it's going to be a good matchup this year between St. Thomas and Minnesota. These two teams, we've always got a good rivalry going. Our teams have been about the same level for as long as I can remember.
Yeah.
Where we're competing with each other. And a lot of the time we are competing for the same recruits. So it's stuff that goes on in the offseason as well.
Absolutely.
A lot of crossover between youth teams for both Minnesota and St. Thomas. And I'm excited to see how it goes. I think.
Oh,
wow.
Gino Gotti with a great feed over to Connor Stoffel.
Oh, and everyone's getting in on the celebration after that one.
5'9", 175. Hastings kid.
Oh, he is excited after that one, rightfully so.
I mean, if he better be thanking that feed by number 20. That was Gino Gotti did a great job getting through
What a
the
pass
D.
by Gotti. That's one where you just got to point over at your teammate and say,
Yeah.
thank for the free one.
Yep. That must have been a good goal for him to kind of put an exclamation point. Like I said, it took a while, but they kind of finally just warmed down and made some really nice plays to get around their D.
And this is kind of what you saw in that Crookston game with Eau Claire. They were just able to keep the foot on the gas for the entire time, and eventually it just was too much for the opposition to keep holding on.
Right.
You know, and 7-1 is very much still in the cards here. The way that St. Thomas is going,
Yep.
it looks like Jamestown, that emotion is just kind of drained out of them.
Right.
That's what happens whenever you're just getting worn down for the whole time. Getting back to tomorrow's game with St. Thomas, I think Minnesota, we're going to have to really come out and, wow, great play by Lennis there.
Great save by the goalie on that. Both of those. Phenomenal.
Wow. He
Yeah.
was able to just really knife through everyone. Not something you see from 6'3", 240 defenseman.
Yeah, that's some good speed coming down the ice there. But again, boy, that was a nice save.
I think the key to beating a team like St. Thomas is you got to get out in front of them early. They're the team that's going to fight for the entire time, so it's always going to be nice to score first and really put an emphasis to get on them early.
No, I know. It's one of those things. It's challenging to shut them down, but that's essentially it's got to be all 22 guys. Jimmy wants us to wrap this up with 4 minutes and 48 seconds left.
This is one I think Jamestown might appreciate a running clock as well.
You guys get there and you get all the goals. You got Johnny and I've been sitting on that thing.
We're getting chirped. We're getting chirped right now.
I'm sure we are.
You guys have over 1,000 people streaming right now. Yeah.
Well, we should.
Yeah, it's huge.
That's because they put the A team on the mic.
No, nothing compares to the commentary of Johnny and Jimmy.
Johnny and Jimmy are they're the heart and soul of this whole thing. So they're just giving us. Man, they're just kind of throwing the puck around everywhere.
This is just a team that's out of gas. And
I remember our coach in the minor leagues. He wanted to run an 0-5 forecheck against a Russian elite team, and an 0-5. It didn't work very well because their D actually could skate really, really well. So the two guys that had the puck a lot, their defensemen were.
An 0-5 forecheck feels like one you'd run in practice.
I mean, it wasn't quite a lineup on the blue line, but it was, basically a 3-2 in the neutral zone starting from the red line back. Yeah.
An 0-5 forecheck. Now that seems like something you'd run in practice whenever your team's having a little bit of trouble breaking it out.
Kind of reminds me, remember the German team that did really well? I think they ended up winning the gold medal in the Olympics that one year. Or they at least, maybe they lost to the Russians in a shootout or overtime or something like that. But do you remember their 0-5 neutral zone? Just everybody backing up as they came up the ice. That's kind of what it reminded me of. So.
Was that even running a trap or just waiting for them to come back?
Oh, Lewis just puts 24 on the ice and takes a chop in the back of the leg. I think he's trying to get him back a little bit from earlier in the year. Or earlier in the game, I should say. 24 was hacking quite a bit on that penalty kill. So
there's a lot of stick slashing going on the penalty kill, and that's just something that when you're maybe a little bit out of position, it's a way to let your guy know that you're there. And
yeah.
Do everything you can while also not doing a whole lot to try and stop him. That's something that you see a lot in men's leagues. That goes off the St. Thomas goalie, and the refs don't seem to notice. Or maybe they want to wrap this game up.
They got a hot. Yeah, that was not a penalty. Good no call there. Boy, they're just
good forecheck by Madigan. There's Drew Fisher, and puck ends up in his breezers. Shakes it out, goes in the corner. Jamestown throws it up. There's Olsen on the forecheck. Able to find Fisher in the corner.
Yeah, that's. And again, goaltender eats it up and get a much-needed whistle, at least for a minute 36 left here in a 6-1 game with the Jimmies giving up a little bit of size, speed, probably some depth. I mean, their bench is a little bit shorter. You can see St. Thomas has 38 guys
a full
on their
roster.
bench,
A full roster, and I think they've got about 6 here that aren't in uniform.
They do, yeah, that's right.
You know, that was a sequence I feel like we've seen a lot in the last 20 minutes of this period, I'd say.
Yeah.
Olsen and Fisher and Madigan just really working the puck down low and ending up with Baker having to make a save and cover it up. They're just out of gas.
Olsen tries to throw another one through the goalie.
Oh, a little bit of a...
Took some chin music there.
Off the crossbar there.
Crossbar, yep. Madigan.
Madigan missing wide in the high slot. Another, big hit there.
Well, they're letting that one go, which makes sense. 1 minute left in the game.
Lennis sidesteps a hit, and he's coming up ice with speed. Look at him go.
He's trying to do a little...
backhand shot. Does not get very close to the net, though. And look at that. First one back in the D zone. He moves very quick for his size.
Yeah. He's
an excellent skater.
Yep.
St. Thomas coming up ice. Cut to the middle.
Oh, nice move by St. Thomas. Jimmies are trying to spring someone back door. They let that one go.
A little bit of an ice. That's one that you definitely wave off under 10 seconds.
And the game is over. We had a big win for St. Thomas. They are going to be playing the University of Minnesota Golden Gophers tomorrow at 4:45 in Rink 1 at the Super Rink. And, they kind of fought through the goaltending, fought through, some of the antics, team trying to just kind of dump it out and not really control the puck a lot, but came up with a big win.
Yep, they were really able to just keep their foot on the gas, and that's a good hockey team right there in St. Thomas.
Absolutely. It's going to be a great kind of a rubber match tomorrow between the Gophers and the Tommies. They're both
2-2 season series.
Season series 2-2. I think the Gophers have a little bit of an up on goal differential, but not much, and it should be two wonderful teams trying to battle it out to make it to the Carla Berg Championship on Sunday. So
I'm looking forward to it. It's definitely going to be a great matchup. And on the other side, Wisconsin and Crookston. That'll be a good game as well.
That'll be a good battle.
Fitting
between the two. Good fitting. It's the two teams.
It's the top 4 teams in the league.
Top 4 teams. Absolutely. They got it right.
They got it right.
They got it right.
They ranked the teams correctly. All the home teams taking home the victory tonight here at the Super Rink.
Well, congratulations to the Tommies, and I think we're going to call it a night.
Sounds like a plan. Thanks everyone for joining.
Yeah, thanks for joining everybody. Have a great night. Be safe, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.